To Tales from the Cosmic Patrol. I'm Steve. I'm continuing through the first book in the Cosmic Patrol series, uh, Tales from the Cosmic Patrol, Catside of the Moon. Uh, the story I'm going to cover today, we're going a little bit out of order, is Revolting Robots. And um, of course, this is a science fiction genre in itself, the robot revolution. Uh, we're all, of course, familiar with the Terminator movies and the rise of AI uh, is, and the impending singularity is also a huge concern for many people. Uh, I do have an out of print book, Robocalypse, which does have mid 20th century robot revolution themed uh, comic book stories. And it was, partially in response to, those stories and the more ancient, technology is going to, ruin, society type stories that I wrote and illustrated Revolting Robots. And as you can see in the flash page, Stephen and Stefan are, fleeing out of control robots in an apocalyptic type situation. Um, And I start this story on the large moon of Saturn, Titan. And um, I theorize that there's a cosmic patrol base on Titan. And so when the story starts, Stephen and Stefan are in the Titan day room, and they are being served by an obedient robot who is, serving them coffee, and as they point out, also, filling their pipes and lighting their pipes. And pipe smoking was sort of a theme in earlier science fiction stories, where the hero would be seen smoking a pipe, which of course means they're more intellectual because they're smoking a pipe. So I have both Stephen and Stefan here uh, smoking pipes, and uh, the flash page, and this is also sort of a traditional thing. The flash page has little or to do with the actual story. Flash pages are usually just a tease for the rest of the story, so it relates to the story in this respect in that it has robots in it. Okay. And Stephen and Stefan, pardon me, are in the day room, and they get an overhead page that they are wanted in Commander Mrargh's office. And uh, Commander Mrargh is a Bigfoot, and he has risen through the ranks, to command the uh, Earth part of the Cosmic Patrol. So here we have Stephen and Stefan get the page, and then now they're walking through the uh, corridors, and they're talking about how much they like robots and how great robots are, with the robot behind them, carrying their coffee, and they also remark on how it's so great that the robots will fill their coffee and fill their pipes. And let me see. Okay. So Stephen knocks on Commander Mrargh's office door, and when he's told to enter, he finds, Commander Mrargh and the uh, Galactic Council President, Biff Sterling. And uh, the name Biff was chosen because that was actually a college nickname of mine, which people still use. Uh, and so you can hear that occasionally. And as you can see, Biff Sterling is smoking his pipe, as is Commander Mrargh. Well, Commander Mrargh has his coffee, and then we have a character nearby, Noah Mann, and of course the name Noah Mann has been chosen to kind of cast suspicion on the character of Noah Mann. And the Galactic Council President, Biff Sterling, invites Stephen and Stefan in, but he says sharply, "Leave your robot outside." Oh, and Stephen and Stefan were also, told that when they reported to Commander Mrargh's office, they should come armed. And so uh, the Galactic Council President, Biff Sterling, uh, briefs Stephen and Stefan on the current dire situation, which brings the president here to Titan when he is supposed to be at the Galactic Council meeting, far away on a entirely different star system in about a week. So this is confusing, and uh, Stephen and Stefan, greet President Biff Sterling, and uh, Stephen parenthetically tells Biff Sterling that he would do anything for him if you know what I mean, which a little innuendo there. And so Stephen notices that Noah Man is beeping. And Stephen questions him about this. Oh, and the Biff Sterling uh, reveals that they believe that the Galactic Council has been infiltrated by a robot saboteur impersonating uh, one of the council members. And so now Stephen notices that Noah Mann is beeping. And he says, so, I noticed you beeped. And he said, well, that was just a burp. I was just burping. And then he beeps again. And then, Stephen says, yeah, but you're beeping exactly like a robot. And he says, no, it's just gas, beep, beep, beep. And then, Stephen tells him, dude, you're beeping like a robot. And then Noah Mann goes beep, 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 beep. And Stephen cries out for Stefan to do something. And, Stefan, takes out his ray gun and he shoots, not Noah Mann, but Galactic Council Biff Sterling, who, when he's blown apart, is revealed to be a robot. And uh, when Stefan, shoots, Biff Sterling, he, says the line, Sic Semper Tyrannis, which is the line that was spoken when Julius Caesar was assassinated, and also when John Wilkes Booth assassinated Abraham Lincoln. And it means, thus always tyrants. And uh, Biff Sterling is revealed to be a secret robot, and you know, Stephen asks Stefan about how he, realized that Biff Sterling was, the secret robot saboteur. And Stefan says, "Well, I didn't know he was a robot. I just didn't like any of his policies." Okay, so that's the end of that story. And uh, here's here's some artwork uh, from the story, and you'll notice that Noel Mann also shows quite a bit of surprise to realize that Biff Sterling, who's being blown apart here, was in fact actually a robot. Uh, Very short story. Uh, One I particularly like, however, uh, and I'm going out of order, but I'm going out of order because I wanted to do one. So I'll go over more stories coming up.